Gay or bi ex-husband, Hinge adventures, love bombing, rebound, and current beef boyfriend pictures. I go, we got a lot here. Okay. Hi, Dylan, Ariel, and Josh. Dylan, I found you on Instagram. I'm almost 31 years old and not on TikTok, so Instagram Reels girly. Love that. And subscribe to the podcast as soon as it launched and immediately knew I needed to become a tier 1 girly. Thank you so much for being tier 1. Join the Patreon.
Patreon.com/feelingirly.
Thank you, Josh. This one's actually a long one, but I did proofread and clean it up, so hopefully it's clear. If possible, for the Patreon and anonymous. Oh, should we read this on the Patreon then? No, sorry. You're going to get tier 2. It is going to be for everybody. Because I'll tell you why I'm going to give it to everybody, because you just said you reread it, you cleaned it up, and hopefully it will be clear. And this is a good example of what an email probably should sound like. And if it's not, you will be ripped apart on it. Okay. I met my ex-husband in college. We were 19. He was my first boyfriend. All was fine, but I also had nothing to compare it to and definitely should have seen some red flags. Him cheating, but not telling me, just acting weird, me dumping him, and red flag, him cheating on me. That's not a red flag, but yeah, I hear you. And then asking for a second chance on Valentine's Day, but I was young and dumb, and he was a boy like me, who liked me, which was new to me. Anyways, he proposed, and we got married, both 26 years old, when I was in grad school. Once I finished, whenever people are going to grad school, I'm like, get over it. Once I finished my doctorate, congratulations, and I also hate when doctorates are like, I'm a doctor. And I'm like, doctors work in hospitals. And got a job where things went downhill pretty quickly. Only a year into the marriage, he had issues with my career drive, not sure what he thought I was getting a PhD for if not to use it. We ended up in couples counseling because he just kept having the same argument over and over. He told me he wasn't satisfied in our relationship, even though I was bending over backwards, doing everything for him to try to make him happy. That's your first mistake. You should never try that hard to make somebody else happy, because happiness only comes from within. Eventually, I told him we need to get a divorce, and he thanked me and told me he was never really happy in our relationship, and I always just assumed it would get better. Not sure why he proposed. I don't know why he proposed. Why do men do that? They're like, well, I hate this relationship. I might as well just ask her to marry me. He took, probably because you were doing everything for him, and he was probably like, well, this is pretty freaking nice. She's getting a doctorate and also making me lunch. He took off his wedding ring the next day. Oh my God, I would love to be a girl who's getting divorced the first time I take off my wedding ring. I think I'd throw mine into the ocean. I would love to look at the rock and be like, it just wasn't meant to be. Okay, back to you. He took off his wedding ring the next day. He went through the divorce process, and thank God I didn't have kids with him and never have to see him again. I took a year to rediscover myself and my hobbies and things that brought me joy. I was happy again, and my family and friends could see the difference they hadn't seen in me in 8 years. That's such a good thing to recognize, because so many of you girls are literally looking like walking around zombies in your bad relationships, being like, I love him. And if you just dumped him and then worked on yourself for a little bit, you would have joy in your life. But none of you are willing to do the hard work. Sorry. I just sometimes reading these emails get me a little jaded. This one's good though. Then I started dating apps at 29 years old, and it was wild. I had never really dated, so I went all in. I would be talking to multiple guys, having 3 dates with 3 different guys in the same week. Oh, you crazy girl. One time I sucked off 4 guys in one day. Cut that out. Leave it in. I don't care. I was high on Adderall and lonely. You know what? I did that. Okay, I'll stand by that.
Same location? Or did you have to go to that?
No, this was back in my apartment when I was calling it the suck shack. Okay, and I apologize, okay? Who am I apologizing to? You know what? It was a great day. As time went on, that got exhausting, but it was fun for a bit. Then I matched with this love bomber, but I thought he was sweet and told me all the right things, and how my ex treated me like shit, it felt nice to be worshipped. So we got into a situationship. He basically moved into my house, staying with me for most of the week, was living with my mom. I know I'm an idiot, but it lasted a month before I truly suffocated by him and realized he was immature and uneducated. Anyways, he thought he was going to marry me, and I packed all my car and drove to meet him for ice cream to break up with him, and he cried. Also, as soon as he got there, I wanted to talk, so I didn't even get ice cream. Oh, no, you should always get the ice cream before. One of the only guy I've ever broken up with, I did it at the food carts. So, yeah, you should always get the ice cream beforehand. But I guess it's probably awkward if there's a line for ice cream. Because ice cream is so special to so many people. So, I guess you should immediately break up with people. I don't know. I think also that you dated him for a month. You probably could have just called him. It's almost over. Time jumper, a few months, and another handful of Hinge guys. My therapist says I'm efficient, and I met this great guy. He's the most thoughtful man I've ever come across, and our communication is amazing. I'm not afraid to talk to him, bring things up, or ask for anything. I was with my ex-husband. He's also been so supportive of me. I have multiple chronic illnesses. My ex-husband used to throw them in my face and used to... Oh my God. How do you throw a chronic illness? You're always sick. I hate how tired you are right now. I hate your chronic illness. I mean, how do you throw that in your face? Or maybe he didn't believe it. Maybe he was like, that's why I told you not to take the vaccine. Men love to talk about the vaccine. I'm like, you guys are so boring. He's also been so supportive of me. He would throw my chronic illness in my face and use them as a reason to tear me down. But my new boyfriend supports me and helps me. I love your chronic illness. We've been together for 8 months and it's going great. He's moving in later this summer. Pictures of my ex, current boyfriend, and me below. I deleted everything of the love bomber. Only question I really have is thoughts on my ex-husband's sexuality. He said he wasn't satisfied with our sex life during therapy, but I would try to initiate and he would shut me down, so I don't know. Ex-husband and I wedding pic plus 2 recent screenshots of my bestie. Oh. You're such a cutie little... Oh my God, I actually love your wedding dress. He looks autistic he does look gay to me. I will say your ex-husband does to me look like a repressed gay man. I feel like he didn't have a good dick either. I don't know what that is about. I wish I asked you guys multiple times to please let me know what their dicks looked like. Not to send pictures, but right. Do you see this guy having a big dick? No. I shouldn't have said he looked autistic. He looked like my great uncle who's super autistic and awkward. So I thought maybe, but you look, can I tell you something though about your wedding pictures? You don't look happy in your wedding pictures. You kind of look like, this is your face in your wedding picture. I did it. Uh-oh. You would look like you're saying uh-oh with your teeth. Okay. And let's look at your new boyfriend. Oh, your new boyfriend is hot, hot, hot. And you look so much happier in this picture on the beach. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm liking this. The rest of the pics attached, weird screenshots of my ex's Insta, his current sexuality or pronouns. Wait, what? Please direct all. I don't know what any of this is. Yeah, your new boyfriend's hot. Yeah. I don't know. Why do you think I'm the guy who doesn't want to fuck her? You guys were dating for 8 years, and I'll be honest with you, girls. Men knew. I hate to bring that up, but if you don't have a great connection with somebody, they also sexually knew. So he was probably either cheating on you, jerking off too much, or gay. What would you guys say? How long have you guys been together?
5 years.
Almost 5 years.
Wow. Is that sex still good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I think.
Yeah. Okay, that's great.
I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree.
Hell yeah, boys.
Yeah. You said boys, is all women listening? Yeah, so I don't know what your husband, you didn't say anything that he did or any suspicions that you had. You gave me almost nothing other than a picture and that you thinking he was gay because he didn't want to have sex with you, which is very female. All girls are like, he didn't get hard for me, so I think he's gay, which is very funny. But yeah, I think, yeah, he's gay. He looks gay to me. He looks gay and repressed. So maybe men have a lot of issues, honey. They don't talk about any of them. It's so scary. That's why they kill you guys. They do. They have so many issues. They repress them all down, and they take it all out on women because they hate women.
What was her biggest concern? Was that?
I don't really know. I just know this, that her ex-husband was ugly and you looked unhappy when you married him, and your new boyfriend is hot. Yeah. So I don't know what your ex-husband's situationship, even though I read it, I blacked out during that. I don't remember anything you said about the love bomber. Yeah, but I appreciate you and writing in, and yeah, your new boyfriend's hot and he has nice teeth. That's all I have to say.